What's it like when a person is so sad they forget how to smile? The man thought he had never truly loved his wife, until he lost her in a car accident.
She's gone.
When Davis woke up from his coma, his father-in-law, eyes red, told him the bad news. Strangely, Davis didn't cry. Instead, he seemed calm. In the messy operating room, it was as if he could still see the doctors trying to save her. Davis simply wiped the blood off his leather shoes. He even felt a bit hungry, so he went to the vending machine and bought a bag of chocolates. But the chocolates got stuck in the dispenser. Davis was a little annoyed, but quickly asked the doctor.
The machine doesn't belong to the hospital, it's a vending company.
Faced with such a half-hearted answer, Davis didn't say much. He quietly took down the vending company's complaint address, then went home alone. There was still a note from his wife in the fridge from the day before, but Davis didn't bother reading it. He sat at the table eating frozen food, only feeling that the house was quieter without her. His parents rushed in from out of town, and the funeral was held soon after. Davis looked back and saw that everyone at the funeral was crying so hard. People comforted one another, as if they had been dealt a huge blow, but Davis's face stayed blank. He thought everyone was being overly dramatic. Only when he noticed the strange looks from others did Davis realize maybe he was supposed to act sad too. So he went to the bathroom alone. Trying to look like the grieving husband he was supposed to be, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't shed a single tear for his wife. Looking at the condolence messages on his phone, Davis didn't reply. Instead, he picked up pen and paper and wrote a complaint letter to the vending machine company about his awful shopping experience.
I found this upsetting as I was very hungry. And also my wife had died 10 minutes earlier. I'm not saying that was your fault. We were in a car accident. Remarkably, I escaped without a scratch. I'm not trying to dramatize my claim. I just want to be thorough. Maybe I should start from the beginning.
He wrote and wrote, completely absorbed, as if at that moment, the vending machine problem was more important than his wife's death. After the funeral, he went straight back to work. His co-workers were surprised. He should have taken some time off, not come back right after the funeral. But he didn't care. He worked seriously, attended meetings seriously. He didn't understand why his co-workers told him to rest, why they seemed sadder than him. Even his father-in-law would cry in front of him. His own father came to help water the plants and comforted him not to be too sad. He didn't understand. Why did everyone assume he was grieving? In his eyes, his wife's death made no real difference. He even casually joked about it with strangers.
I didn't love my wife. I know it's sad to say, but now that she's gone, I don't even feel sad or pain or hurt.
One day, he opened the fridge and found a note from her reminding him to fix it. Before, he always ignored these reminders, but now, he wanted to follow her request. So he got his tools and tried to fix it, but he had no idea what he was doing. A fridge that was only leaking water ended up completely dismantled. Looking at the mess, he oddly felt relieved. After that, he started enjoying tearing things apart. He took apart the office computer, the metal door of the office restroom, even the coffee machine his wife bought. But these small things no longer satisfied him. So he put on a suit and went to a construction site, paying to work as a laborer. The boss didn't ask much, just handed him a hammer. A co-worker even gave him a sledgehammer. He started smashing walls, demolishing things. The workers thought he was crazy, but to him, it was perfectly normal. He wasn't sad. He didn't need a reason. It just made him feel good. One day, he found his nephew playing drums. Hearing the strong rhythm, he started dancing like a zombie, as if he could feel a bit of joy. He didn't realize that even though he claimed not to be sad, he was trying in every possible way to feel happiness. He had his nephew put the music on his phone. Then
Mr. Big, you better watch out!
his co-workers, noticing something was off, tried to check in on him, but his answer was always, "I'm fine," even though he wasn't insane, and kept saying he was fine. He would often see his wife right in front of him, sometimes even in the mirror. He started to think he was hallucinating, but when he went to the hospital for tests, the doctor told him nothing was wrong. One day, while demolishing a house at the site, he accidentally stepped on a nail.
Oh, God damn, that fucking hurt! Whoa! Shit, yeah! Whoa!
After that, he stopped going to the construction site. Instead, he drove a bulldozer and demolished his own home. The once empty rooms no longer felt hollow. They were now full of rubble. And seeing this, he felt a strange comfort. He moved on to the bedroom, smashing without hesitation, as if destroying everything about his wife and the reality he couldn't accept. Breaking open a cabinet, he found a piece of paper. It was her pregnancy report, but she had never told him she was pregnant. He drove to confront his father-in-law. On the road, the sunlight was too bright, so he pulled down the visor. earlier, and found another note from her, but his mind was only on her pregnancy. When he got to his in-laws' house, they were holding a memorial. Ignoring everyone, he asked his father-in-law about it.
Did she tell you she was pregnant? Last year. Did you know?
The question startled both of them.
Why didn't she tell me?
His mother-in-law finally said,
You want to know why? It wasn't yours. She was seeing someone, and I took her for the procedure.
Later, he went to his wife's grave. By chance, another man came to lay flowers. He knew this must be her lover, but the man told him he was actually the driver who caused the accident. The man cried with guilt, and Davis comforted him. When he got home, he saw the note he had tossed away earlier. It was a little joke from his wife. If it's raining, you won't see me. If it's sunny, you'll think of me. He thought of all the little notes in his life, and suddenly, he thought of his wife. Finally, tears rolled down his face. Some say when you lose the love of your life, you won't feel sad, because deep down, you haven't accepted it. Maybe, only now, did he realize she was really gone. She had truly left him.